News, I suppose. Just seen it on Twitter about 20 minutes ago. Paul Joyce, of course, from the Times in England, has just tweeted that the Alexis Mac Allister to Liverpool could happen this week. Yes, in the next few days. We know Mac Allister's dad, who I think is his representative and agent, is in England at the weekend. And I'd say this one is getting really, really close. Mac Allister from Brighton, Argentinian World Cup winner, midfielder, top player, is coming to Liverpool. Hopefully it will be announced this weekend. My guess would be Friday. Liverpool do like Friday announcements, don't they? But they mentioned Thuram as well. He actually mentioned Liverpool are keeping tabs on Thuram. But it's an interesting article. Check it out. The Times with Paul Joyce. So hit the like, hit the share. We'll have a little 10-15 minute chat about it. That's the breaking news. We could have a shiny new midfielder with a gold World Cup medal around his neck in the next 4 or 5 days. Well, you know, you can't play till probably July, but you know what I mean. 1st of July, I think it is. Having a lovely little coffee here. Breaking LFC transfer news, of course. So let's hope we get this one done. We know Klopp wants players in as quick and as possible. He wants them in, signed up and ready to rock for pre-season, which when Liverpool come back in July, and he wants them ready to roll because we have a big season next year, of course, and we all know about how big a season it is next year. So I said I'll go live. We'll have a little chat about Alexis Mac Allister, Thuram, Kone, whoever you want to talk about. The season's over. We're in the Europa League next year. We finished 5th, but we need to rebuild and we need to start this week with Mac Allister. Put him in the bag, put him in training, have him rock and roll, and let him go on his holidays. I think he is on his holidays at the moment. Let him enjoy it and come back for pre-season and have 3 or 4 players in. I think that's the deal. Have 3 or 4 players in, hitting the ground, running. Panos Scouse is in. Morning, Dave. Good morning, my friends. Bank holiday here in Ireland, by the way, so I have Monday off. So I'm going to enjoy it and relax and hope we can get Alexis Mac Allister in this week. Mr. T, Cammy says hello. Alan Arkins is in the house. Alan Arkins in the house, the mousetrap. Hope you're well, my friend. Obviously, big Coventry City fan. Hard luck in the playoffs. I would have liked them to come up because you could have come over to Anfield to watch Liverpool and Coventry, but that didn't happen. It was Luton Town instead. It was Luton Town instead. So hit that like button, hit the share. More likes, more people come in, more crack, stay on longer. You know the jazz, you know the trick. Let's go. Nice cup of coffee here. What is it? Nescafe Alta Rica. Gotta do it, baby. You gotta do it. But Alexis Mac Allister, that's the breaking news. And we all know when Paul Joyce tweets it or writes an article about it, it's, you know, it's almost 100%, isn't it? I mean, Paul Joyce is the man. He is the guru. We course there's James Pearce, there's Paul Gorst, there's loads of other ones. Melissa Reddy, all these guys. David Ornstein from The Athletic. But I think Paul Joyce is right up there on the pantheon of football journalists that is rarely, I don't think he's ever been wrong. So he's saying basically that Liverpool have been in talks with Mac Allister's representatives, aka his dad, over the weekend and the last few weeks. We've known about it. It's been the most talked about transfer probably in the last 2-3 months. Mac Allister from Brighton to Liverpool. But we all know the famous saying, it's not done until it's done. And that's basically what I'm even saying here. But I mean, I'd say it's 95, maybe even 96% done. And before we finish this, it could be 97% done. But Mac Allister to Liverpool, hopefully tied up, wrapped up this week. Yes, this week. So this could be good. And he did mention Thuram as well. He mentioned Liverpool really interested in him and talking to Thuram's representatives. If we got Mac Allister and Thuram, I know Kone's been talked about. Would you be happy with Thuram and Mac Allister? I would. There's 2 starters straight away in the midfield. There's 2 straight into the midfield. That Thuram guy is, what, 6'4" or something? Big unit. Huge. I think the Mac Allister deal isn't as expensive as first thought either. So Mac Allister is some player, Dave. He'd be a great addition, says Al. Yeah. Maybe Henderson can finish off his career where he started at Coventry. Yeah, you never know, Al. You never know. But he will be a great addition, and let's hope it's done in the next 4 or 5 days, and it's wrapped up and signed, done deal, and we can do a short video about it. We'll go live when it's done. But I mean, it's 95, 96%, 97%. It keeps going up. But Mac Allister to Liverpool is definitely on, and I, for one, am a happy camper. As I say, I want the players in quick. I want them in. I want the players, 3, 4 players, maybe a right back, centre half, 2, possibly 3 midfielders in. Oh, some other good news. Caden Gordon, the forgotten youngster at Liverpool, who was the next big thing, of course. Caden Gordon is back in training. What are he, about 16 months out? The forgotten man. I mean, when he burst onto the scene, he was absolutely unbelievable. But Caden Gordon is back in light training for Liverpool, and hopefully we see some of him next year. Of course, there's Fabio Carvalho. What's going to happen to him? I mean, RB Leipzig could put in a second bid over 10 million for him. I like him. I put him out on loan for a year. I mean, he really has, unless we have a buyback option there or something. I mean, I know it's going to be hard for him to get in, but I do like him. I think it would be a bad idea to sell Carvalho. But back to Mac Allister. What do you think, guys, of the breaking Paul Joyce tweet about half an hour ago? What do you think? Are you happy? Would you be happy with Mac Allister and Thuram? With those two, you know, fill up your nostrils? Hopefully, it's the first of 3 or 4 with a centre-backs as Panoff. Hopefully, Seamus Moore, we need midfielders. Mac Allister, hopefully, is just the start. Red, Xavi, they're talking about 45 million release fee. That is good business. That's the fee up front. Then you've got the bonuses. Then you've got the wages. I don't know what his wages would be. Maybe 120. I think he was on something like 50, 45 or 50 at Brighton. So would he triple his wages? Would it be 150? Would it be 120 a week? It all adds up. I'm sure it's going to be a 5-year deal. What is he, 23, 24? So give him the 5-year deal. But we've got the best years to come from him. That's the big thing as well. Like and share, sub if you, Dave. Why not is in there, and why not do it is in the house from Columbus, Ohio. In the house, my bro. Why not? Hit the like, hit the share. Come on, guys. We 12 people in, only 4 likes. Hit that like button for Alexis Mac Allister to Liverpool. I think Carvalho has upset Klopp, and that's him gone, unfortunately. It's a shame. It's possibly. Yeah, possibly. Jungle is massive. Can we name all the Argentinians to play for Liverpool? That's one for the chats, is Jungle. We do remember Mascherano, don't we? What a little player he was. Sell him. Carvalho wasn't good enough, says Gary. I like that lad, Thuram. We seem to be linked with him as well. We do, Seamus. And Paul Joyce did mention Thuram as well. So that's an extra little bonus thrown in. Check the article out in the Times today from Paul Joyce that Liverpool have been in talks, heavily in talks, with Mac Allister's representatives and his dad, and that they're hoping a deal can be over the line in the next few days, maybe even hours. Because when Paul Joyce comes out with something like that, maybe Liverpool will gazump him. Maybe even today. But definitely this week, hopefully Mac Allister be in the bag. And he did mention Thuram. And that's a bonus because he's some player too. Wow. I don't think Carvalho was a club signing. I think he was bought to sell for profit maybe. Well, they're looking at 10 or 11 million. We bought him for what, 7.5? He's only young. Loads of potential, you know. I don't know about that one. Unless they have a buyback clause maybe. That's the only way you'd sell someone like him, because he's bags of potential. He really has. Brighton apparently want Carvalho. Might be some sort of a deal coming in, says Red Xavi. That would make sense. You know, throw in a Carvalho, make it sweeten the deal. He'd be playing Premier League football, have a buyback clause, get Alexis over the line and for less money. That would definitely be the deal. I miss Shaqiri. I said it, says why not? Shaq Meister's already missing. The Shaq Meister in the house. Kone at Gladbach as well has been mentioned. There's Kone, there's Thuram, there's Mac Allister. There's your three. Imagine getting all them three. Now that would be dreamland, wouldn't it? But let's just concentrate on Mac Allister. Thuram has been mentioned too. But just let's get it bit by bit. I know these deals are being done all at the same time. It's not just one deal and then that's done. We move on to another one. These deals are done. There's 3, 4, 5 things going on at the same time. Liverpool have a big committee, a big transfer committee. You know, we've got a new mate in from Wolfsburg. He's on the phone probably right now. Big Jorge is on the phone trying to sort this out, and let's get it done. He's only in a 3-month contract, so he's saying, right, we've signalled out for maybe 4, maybe 5 players, and players leaving, I'm sure he's involved in, and say, right, the deal is get these players in, you get your bonus, baby. Let's go. Moneyball signing, Dave, says Gary Richards. Possibly. Yeah, I presume you're talking about the Carvalho signing. I'm going to do a lot more lives. Obviously, the season's over. We finished 5th. We're in the Europa League. Hadn't got a great season. We move again. Players leaving, players coming in, refresh and go again. That's all we can do. There will be a lot more lives. Hopefully a few interviews. Plenty of shorts, as you know. I mean, the weather's so good for shorts. Why not just put them up on YouTube? Jungle is massive. The more time that passes, the less I care about Bellingham. Didn't sign. I think they've done the right thing by going for 3. Yeah, well, I mean, we all know Bellingham, the price, the wages would have cost about 200 million, which would have wiped out your transfer budget. And I think Liverpool need more than just Bellingham, and that's the reason why they probably say, well, price of Bellingham, we can get 3 maybe midfielders and a right back in. And I think it's the right thing to do. He's injured at the moment, Bellingham, isn't he? But maybe next year, maybe he'll stay at Dortmund for 1 more year. Of course, unlucky with the Dortmund not winning the league in the last, few minutes. Bayern Munich pipped them in the last few minutes. But 150 million for all 3 of them would be good businesses, Panoff. Yeah, we need to get back to our business sense and good business and quality. I mean, we're getting a World Cup winner in Alexis Mac Allister, of course, who was absolutely outstanding for Argentina in the World Cup, and that's one of the reasons why they won it. He's been brilliant for Brighton. I'd say his head's been turned in the last, 7 or 8 games. Liverpool were obviously in the background. He knew talks were going on. He wasn't quite himself, and that was another hint to say he's probably leaving. We seen him crying for Brighton's last game, and he was more or less saying thank you to the fans. We knew then, and there's been bits coming out everyone's ears talking about Mac Allister, talking about, him leaving, doing this, doing that. I think he's on holidays at the moment. His cousin said something and all this. I mean, it's been crazy. But when Paul Joyce from the Times tweets, inside the last hour, that Liverpool representatives are deeply in talks with Mac Allister's representatives, and they're hoping a deal could be sealed. Yes, sealed this week. That's when you go, wow, you know what I mean? And he did mention Thuram as well, which is another nice little bonus. North Red, I'm happy. I'm unhappy Carvalho didn't work out. I think he will be a star. I'm praying the midfielder links will be done. I'm fit for the funny farm. I'm fit for the funny farm with FSG. Look, we can give out about FSG. This is a big summer for FSG. It's a big summer for Klopp. It's a big summer for Liverpool fans worldwide, whatever. This is a huge, huge, huge June, July, August. There's no doubt about it. Let's just wait and see. Let's get Mac Allister done this week. Let's try to get Thuram done the following week. Let's see what happens. Let's get 1 or 2 more out, and let's bring a few in, and let's, amalgamate, come together, get a good pre-season under our belt, and go again. Fresh start, see what happens, and then judge FSG. We can't judge them yet. We can't judge anything yet. We can judge them for what they've done in the past. As I said, they missed at least 3 transfer windows where they made a complete beep of it. But let's hold on, hold your horses, hold your fire, and let's go. And let's see what happens. But it's a huge summer, there's no doubt about it. The Premier League is transforming with the likes of Brighton, Newcastle doing really well. We have to be a couple of steps ahead. Says, why not? Yeah, we absolutely have to be, because as we said, the likes of, well, I don't want to mention Spurs, but I mean, Spurs look like they're getting the Celtic manager in who won the treble up in Scotland. I know the Scottish Premier League is totally different than the English Premier League, but they'll be fresh. Pochettino's coming in at Chelsea. I mean, don't talk about transfers and money at Chelsea. United will go again. Even City will go again. Let's be real. They have a possibility of a treble next week against Inter in the Champions League after winning the FA Cup the weekend against United. So they've already done the domestic double. Every team is going to build. Arsenal are going to build as well. Newcastle, all their money, are going to build. Liverpool have got to be on their coattails. Can't fall any further behind. It got to get a big, big window. Huge window. Dave, what's the story with Kelleher? Will Poole loan him or sell him? I'd say loan move would be good for him. I think Liverpool want the money. Far as I know, Adrian signed a new deal, so they're keeping him. And they could bring the likes of the young lad up, 1 or 2 of the young lads up, Petaluga and Barnes and Harvey Barnes, these guys up from, what would you get for Kelleher? 20, 25? I like Kelleher. Don't want him to go, but for his own international career and his own career, he's got to play first team football. And with the player of the season, Alisson, world-class goalkeeper, probably one of the best in the world ahead of him, it's going to be tough, So that's an interesting one. We know there's a few Premier League teams interested in him, but it won't be a loan deal. If he's going, he'll be sold, He will be sold if he's going. Simple. Ravi Bakari is in the house. Yo, 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 baby. Yo, yo, yo is right. I would rather loan out Kelleher for a year than sell him. Yeah, but I think Liverpool are going to get the money. They want the money in. You can get 20, 25 for him. Bring in 1 or 2 of the younger guys up, or maybe even buy a young goalkeeper. I mean, he deserves to play first team football, doesn't he, really? He's been brilliant for us. Arsenal will spend as well. Yes, Arsenal will spend as well. Everybody's going to spend. Even Everton will spend. I mean, they were lucky to stay up. They'll spend and hope not to be down there again. So the new stadium as well. So everyone's going to spend. You've got to spend wisely. You've got to get the right players in at the right positions at the right time, at the right age. Everything. We know all about it. They've got to suit the system, suit the temperament of playing for a huge club, of course, like Liverpool. Not everybody can do it. But we've been saying it for 1 month, since January more or less, that this summer is it. This is Operation Midfield and possibly even Operation Defence. I still think defensively we're a little bit weak. Centre half, maybe a right back, cover for Trent, and 2 or 3 midfielders. And possibly something up front. I mean, with Bobby leaving, I mean, it's possible, you know. But let's just see. Let's get 2 more in, says Ravi. Our midfield and link-up is instantly upgraded with a McAllister signing, and Thuram would be lovely as well. Thuram McAllister would be beautiful, wouldn't it? Beautiful. Long time since we had a world-class Irishman in our team. Be sad if Kelleher does go. He is a solid keeper, says Northred. He is a solid keeper, but he's got to play football. He's got to be playing. He just hasn't played enough. Dave, any Diet Coke to celebrate? No, it's a beautiful coffee Altarica by Nescafe. But that's what I'm having this morning, because it is morning, of course. We're just breaking the, Paul Joyce tweet about an hour ago about the McAllister deal is almost over the line, and hoping and dreaming Liverpool can get it done the next few days. And it looks like they will. Could even happen today, guys. So I'm sure you'll be all over social media and tweeting and Instagram and whatever. There is. Everyone's waiting for the big drop, the McAllister, with the jersey and all this type of thing and the walkout. Let's go. See what happens, but it's certainly exciting. I do love transfer window time, don't you? It's exciting. It's like Christmas morning, basically, transfer window morning time, isn't it? You're waking up, you're all excited as a kid. You're wondering what goodies, what midfielders are centre. Sounds weird, but that's exactly what it's like. It's like Christmas Day, and McAllister looks like he could be in the Christmas box. The selection box is what we want. Is Mane an option? I can't see Mane coming back. We know he's unhappy at Bayern, but I heard Newcastle are interested. But I would love him. We'd all love him back. Can I see it happen? No. But you never know. If the deal is right, you never know. He's getting the number 10 shirt as well. Well, that's what it seems to be. It seems to be that McAllister, if he comes to Liverpool, will get the number 10 shirt, and that would suit him, of course. I mean, Diego Maradona, number 10. Remember Argentina, of course. But Andrew Quinn, good thing I got a McAllister hairstyle today, and Fabrizio Romano said there we go, the medical will be tomorrow or Wednesday. Also, Thuram and Kone agent has been contacted. David Lynch has confirmed. It's all breaking news, because I did say Thuram was mentioned, Kone probably mentioned, and of course Fabrizio Romano in the know is getting to know and saying it as well. So there's stuff going on in the background, so this could be a really exciting week. A really, really exciting week. First week in June could be fantastic for Liverpool fans, and we need it to be. We want to start quick. We want the players in so that we can just concentrate on getting a nice suntan in the back garden. Weather has been absolutely beautiful here in Dublin, but it's an exciting week, guys. A really, really exciting week. Remember the days when the first you knew of a player coming was opening the sports pages in the paper and seeing him with holding a scarf aloft. I do remember those days back in the 80s, early 90s. You wouldn't have heard a zilch about it. There was no iPhones, there was no social media, there was no Twitter, there was absolutely nothing. We're on midfield. Does Big Mac play for us? Where in midfield does Big Mac play for us? Big Mac with a few extra fries. That's what I want, boys. Or maybe you want a Big Mac. I want a, Happy Meal. I want like a Happy Meal today if we get Big Mac. That's the big thing. If we get Big Mac this week, I will be in Happy Meal, baby. I will be having a Happy Meal because I will be absolutely delighted. I used to check it on teletext. BBC teletext. I used to listen to BBC Radio 5 on a Saturday. Back in the early 90s. I think it was Dave Miller, was it? Or not Dave Miller, was it? Yeah. Listening to the commentary, and to be honest, you close your eyes and you have the radio up and the crowd noise, and it was just different level, you know what I mean? He can play down the left or centre midfield or in the cam position, says Seamus. Right in midfield, says Gary. I don't care. I just want him on the pitch. I just want him in the team. Want him in the squad. Want him ready to rock and roll for the big 23-24 season. And of course, Anfield Road End is coming on. The new roof's coming on soon as well. And the new ground, the new stand, an extra 6,000 Reds or 7,000 Reds, bring it to 61,000 ready to rock and roll for next season. It's all good. The future is red, guys. The future is red. So we forget about the doom and gloom of last season. We finished 5th. We're in the Europa League. We did a good, strong finish to the season. A really good, strong finish to the season. And that gives me hope for next season, you know. If we would have dribbed and drabbed out this season and it wouldn't have looked good, what have we got? 8 or 9 wins and 2 or 3 draws. So really good finish to the season, which gives me huge hope for starting next year. But we got to hit the ground running. That's why I think Klopp wants players in really, really quickly. He wants all the deals done in June so that they can come in July for pre-season and be ready to rock. I think that's the deal. Get them in early. Nothing hanging over into late August, the window at 12 and you're 11 at night and you're waiting for your man Jim White and BB or Sky Sports to go, or even Harry Redknapp to pull up in his car, you know, that type of thing. We don't want any of that. We want the deals done. We want the players in pre-season on the pitch in the red jersey. That's what we want. That's what Klopp wants. And that's why he brought in Jorge from Wolfsburg on a 3-month deal. June, July, August. There's your 3 months. There's your window. Coming in, phone, ready to rock, ringing, checking out agents. He obviously is an expert in the German league. That's the likes of Thuram, Thuram, Kone, all these players being signalled out. Really, this is the thing. This is what we're doing, baby. Inter has 13% chance of winning the Champions League. Look, final's a final. Anything can happen. But I do fancy City. I just think they have far too much. But you never know. I'd fancy City to win 2 or 3-0, to be honest. And a treble. Wow. I know it's oil money. It's crazy. But it looks on. And if they don't beat Inter the weekend, they'll never bloody win it. They'll never win it. Hit the like button, says why not? And why not hit that like button? We had 17 people in, only 13 likes. Let's get it up to 20 likes, baby. Like for McAllister. Like for Thuram. Like for the stream. Lavagna. So the new stand will be for home supporters, says Lavagna. Big Mac versus them tough low block away teams will be awesome. We need something in midfield. We need energy. We need Red Bull. We need a guy to put the foot in. That's exactly what Alexis Mac Allister brings you. We've missed that. We haven't really had that. And you can have your bit of quality then in midfield, you know, your bit of Thiago, and it gives them time to have on the ball when you've got those type of players, you know, biting at your ankles. A Genie behind him, a Mascherano type player. And that's exactly what we need. And that's the reason why we're going to go for him. That's one of the reasons we're going for him. Dave, a World Cup winner in our team will give us even more pull on players, says Ravi. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, baby. That gold medal around your neck. Can he play with that gold medal on the pitch, I wonder? I doubt it. Thiago's has had a hip surgery. He's acting like a late Gerrard career, where he also had a hip surgery, says Lavagna. Thiago has 1 year left on his contract, and there is talk about extending him, giving him another year or two. I mean, Thiago gives us something all our other midfielders don't. And I mean, it's just his range of passing is ridiculous. If he can stay fit, that's the big key for me. He's getting older. He's not staying fit. Unless someone comes in for big money for him, I think he'll stay for another year, possibly give him another year. I mean, if you've the likes of a Thuram, a Mac Allister and Thiago there, Thuram and Mac Allister biting and tackling and winning the ball back, giving it to Thiago to work his magic. Wow, you know what I mean? Like for a new season under Klopp, says, why not? Genie is definitely... Oh, Genie has been missed. I mean, there you go. People used to give out about Genie Wijnaldum, you know, all the time and say he was this, he was that, he wasn't this, he wasn't that. Just shows you what you miss. He did his job quietly. You wouldn't even know. You know he was on the pitch because he was biting your ankles. But that's what you need. You need a player that just runs around all day. 100% runs, 100% gives you. And he came up with a few goals, of course. We all remember the double he got against Barca in the famous semi at Anfield. But, you know, is that Faber Hendo not starting most games now? I think both of them. If we get Thuram and Mac Allister in, I mean, you'd have to fear for both of them. I mean, it's a long season, Europa League as well. I mean, you play about 400 games in Europa League to get to the latter stages. So we're going to need a full squad. We're going to need a quality squad. That's why I'm hoping we bring 3 or 4 players in and get them in June. Get them in and ready to rock. But it's an exciting season, and it makes it even more exciting when we're talking about new players, doesn't it, guys? Dave, if Liverpool sign all 3, Liverpool will be champions. What's the 3? I mean, Mac Allister, Kone and Thuram. I don't know about that. I mean, City are still just the levels. I mean, who are they going to sign? I mean, imagine they got Bellingham, then we'd all be booped. But look, let's just get McAllister over the line like this week, and it gives us something. That's in the bag. Let's get that done. Then the likes of a Thuram or a Kone or whatever, then we can move on. But we got to get the first one in. Done deal. Get the little, the pictures up on shorts and the Liverpool, welcome to Liverpool, and Miles Fitzpatrick, the Liverpool cameraman, will be there with his drone coming down and stuff like that. So I can't wait. And this week could be special. Imagine we got a Thuram and a McAllister this week. The first week in June. Imagine having the two of them wrapped up in the next, 10 days, 5 days. That would be dreamland, wouldn't it? We could all relax then, you know what I mean? We could all relax. But they're definitely close. The McAllister one is the one to keep eyes open for. And Paul Joyce tweets it, and the likes of Dave Lynch or Fabrizio Romano are talking about it now. I'm sure Twitter's going mad right now as we're live. Twitter's probably a crazy place to be. It's absolutely fantastic. Thuram would also fit our midfield perfectly, says Seamus. I think it's time Hendo moves into a Milner role. Maybe. The rebuild, says Truden. Truden, you're absolutely right. The rebuild starts here, starts this week. Well, the rebuild started with players leaving. I know it sounds weird, but you're taking bricks off to build a wall, but you know what I mean. The rebuild started with players leaving, the likes of Ox, Naby, Bobby, Milli Vanilli, Arthur, Mello. These type players leaving, few of the youngsters. Then a few of those youngsters might think, the likes of, I know Tyler Morton's injured, but the likes of him and Leighton Clark, these type guys who've had good seasons, moving maybe up into the squad for the Europa League, because you need a big squad for that Europa League. And then it's the likes of, who are we bringing in, or who can we get money for? Not Phillips, maybe a Kelleher, I don't know. We need players. We need players. And Alexis Mac Allister, for me, is a great start. If he can get it over the line this week, it would be dreamland. Do you think we would be favourites for the Europa, says Jungle? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we won, the last 6 years, since 2018, we've been in the Champions League. Last 5 years, 3 times. We're in the final 3 times. Won it once. Probably should have won it twice, but, will we be one of the favourites? Yes, it's hard to win that Europa League. It's in Dublin, by the way, in my hometown. Dublin is the final, so I hope we do get to the final, because if we do, it's going to be crazy, isn't it? Dublin will be absolutely, it'll be home ground for Liverpool anyway, there's no doubt about it, but there's a long way to go. Plus, you get Champions League place for winning it. You get a European trophy. It's not the Champions League, don't get me wrong. I think the prize money is about a quarter of what you get for the Champions League, but it's not to be sniffed at, put it that way. And the final being in Dublin makes it for me. The final in Dublin absolutely makes it for me. Love you, Dave, says Steve Richards. Kisses all round. It isn't Valentine's Day, but it could be Alexis Mac Allister Day, or certainly week, with that tweet from Paul Joyce earlier. So let's hope it is done. Anfield is going to be more terrifying after the expansion, which will be in place, of course, for August. Let's hope. Touch wood. It's looking good at the moment. The new 7,000 seats brings up to 61,000 at Anfield. Still going to be hard to get a ticket, though. Still going to be super hard to get a ticket. I got to get over to Liverpool soon. Don't forget about Ben Doak. I'm not forgetting about him, but he's still young, and what an exciting young player he is. I mean, Katie Gordon's back in training. We all forgot about him. I said it earlier. He's back in light training. Hopefully he gets a good pre-season under his belt. Carvalho looks like he could be leaving. I'd give him a year loan. I wouldn't sell him unless we get crazy money for him. But it's an exciting time. It's going to be an exciting few weeks, Reds. There's no doubt about it. So keep your notifications on, because usually if I get something quick within 30, 40 seconds of Paul Joyce or James Pearce or any of these guys, I either do a short video or go live. So be ready to rock and roll. What's the heart thing on live chat? He loves me. Anfield Lark in the house. Are you happy with this Alexis Mac Allister news? Possibly even Thuram news. Alex from the Anfield Lark in the house. I mean, it could be unbelievable news in the next few days, of course, but we shall see. Ben Doak, though, he is a really, really good. Yeah, you will be a celebrity if you get a ticket for that game. You will get mobbed. For the first game for Mac Allister, be great, wouldn't it? I know Liverpool have a training camp in Germany. There was some issues with the training ground. They weren't allowed to train there, were allowed to train there, but I think it's still being trained in Germany, of course. Klopp's home ground, basically. We have 1 or 2 friendlies in Singapore, but I think that's literally a fly-in, 2 days, 2 games, fly-out type of thing. We know Klopp doesn't like these big, long journeys and stuff like that, but I'd love them to come to Dublin. I know they'd be probably here in the Europa League final next year, but come to Dublin. I mean, it's only a skip across the Irish Sea, and you could play in the Aviva. You get a 45,000 sellout easily for Liverpool against anybody. Shamrock Rovers if you want. But Kone looks a good signing. Kone is being mentioned. It's McAllister first, obviously, hoping that deal's done this week. Then Thuram is coming in as well. So the McAllister one is in the 90s. It's in the 90+% now. This Thuram one is getting legs. It's definitely gone over the 50-60% mark. The Kone one's under 50%, isn't it? Talking about it, you can hear it in the background. I'd love all three. Are we going to get all three? I think we get 2 out of the 3. We get a McAllister plus. Thuram really looks like the one for me, though. If we got McAllister, Thuram, I'd be in dreamland. Absolute area 51. So hit that like. Let's get it up to 20. We're on 17. 3 more for 20. Let's go. Dave, Clark, Doak and Gordon must be brought into the first team squad. Yes, Leighton Clark's another one. Ben Doak, of course, and Katie Gordon, who's back in light training. 16 months out he was. Everybody forgot about him, but what a player. What potential he had. Absolute brilliant player. Do you think we'll sign a right back or a defender? Well, if you ask me, I did a video a few weeks ago about it. I still think we need a centre half. I still think we need cover for... I know we have that young Aberdeen Scottish... right back, but he's been injured ever since we bloody bought him. Ramsey, of course, Gordon Ramsay there, but we've Ramsey there, and I'm hoping he can be fit. I mean, just the injuries are holding him back. He looks real quality, though. Of course, he's Scottish international now, first cap. You got a few caps now for them, but we have him there, Calvin Ramsey. Do we need more? Maybe. And of course, midfield is the big one, isn't it? Midfield is McAllister. Midfield is a Thuram, maybe more. I don't know. But definitely defensively, we looked weak. I mean, even the Southampton, the 4-4. I mean, Southampton relegate, scored 4 goals against you. Not good. Dumfries would fit Klopp's system. That young lad, Bradley, that was on loan at Bolton, I think, Seamus. Yeah, he's a right back, isn't he? Yeah, there's a lot of talk about he might come back in to bolster that defensive unit. And he had a really, I think he was a young player of the season for Bolton. Bolton Wanderers this season. He's another one. Plenty of, that jump, though, from Bolton to Liverpool, it's a big jump. Not everybody can make that jump, So let's see. Dave, shall we sell Joe Gomez? See, look, Gomez is still young, a lot of experience. There is a mistake in him, but I still think he's quality. And the other thing is, we have to keep our English-born contingent players in the squad because you have to balance it out. I can't see them selling Joe Gomez. You know what I mean? You have to keep your English contingent in there. You have to have a certain amount of English-born players, and he's one of them. So that's another reason I don't think he goes, I appreciate being another live, one of yours, Dave, but I've got to hit the road. Good to see everyone. Why not in the house? Hit the like, hit the share, get your friends involved. If the Reds, of course, because it's going to be a huge summer for the Reds. And I go live as much as I can, interviews as much as I can, and shorts, 2 or 3 shorts every bloody day. And the weather is so nice for shorts. I'm going to keep doing shorts on YouTube. Thank you very much, my friend. Why not in the house? Dave, is Kelleher leaving? Far as I know, he's still at Liverpool, but he wants to play more football. Adrian signed a new contract, so I have a feeling Kelleher could go. For his own development, for his own international career, I think he probably should go. He's not going to get in ahead of, no matter how good he is, he's not going to get ahead of Alisson. But it is good to have a really good second keeper. Is Adrian's third choice. 1 or 2 young keepers. If they got the right money for Kelleher, I think he goes. And they might just spend a few quid on another young keeper coming up. Something like that might be done. But I do fear for Kelleher at Liverpool. I think a possibility he could go. I think he more than likely will go. Klopp loves Gomez. Another beautiful day in Dublin, says Marley. It is absolutely beautiful. And Lionel Richie. My brother was at Lionel Richie in Dublin last night, dancing on the ceiling. And as Lionel always says... Dancing on the ceiling? Yeah, dancing on the ceiling. But yeah. How are you, Dave? Marley, I'm absolutely brilliant, my friend. As I say, we're just breaking the news that Paul Joyce, the Times journalist, the guru, has said that Liverpool are hoping to get the McAllister deal over the line this week, in the next few days. Could even happen in the next few hours. Could even be done. Who knows? Could even be done. We've seen tweets like this come out before, cryptic tweets that are allowed come out early on the Monday morning, and then Monday night or Tuesday, the next day, you see him with the jersey. You know, that type of thing. This happens. Who knows? I'm sure it's close, but McAllister to Liverpool is on, or as Fabrizio Romano says, here we go. Keller could play all of Europas and Cup games too, Dave. Yeah, that's true. That is true. And there's a lot of Europa League games, isn't there? I mean, there's the group. You're in the group, you play, 6 games, and then there's 32, 16, 8, quarters, semis. A lot of games. The only caveat is the final is in Dublin next year. I've given up on Gomez. I was his biggest supporter against all the flack, but I think he's done, but I'm still hoping he's not, says Marley. 21 degrees already down here in Kerry, says Seamus. It is beautiful out. I'm going to try catch a few rays soon myself, but I just had to bring this breaking news to you guys. And it is big breaking news. It's been bubbling away for the last few weeks, McAllister to Liverpool. And I heard last week City were looking at him and all this. I think he wants the Liverpool move, which is important. The player's got to want to move. And if the player wants you and the deal's been done, maybe a Carvalho going to Brighton. Milner went to Brighton, of course. Maybe that was part of the deal. Who knows? I know we went for a free, but maybe it was sweetened up for that fact. But listen, we'll give you Milner, maybe even a Carvalho there. You know, we want McAllister. He wants to come to us. We'll give you the money. I think it's about 45, 50 million. If you can get him for 45, 50 million on a 5-year deal, I know he'd be on big wages, but that would be huge business. And then get that done, and then look at that Thuram guy. That's what you do. Move on. Brick by brick by brick. Andrew Quinn. Gabriel Viega apparently wants Liverpool. Some Spanish journal confirmed that LFC are leading the race. He wants to play under Klopp. Everyone wants to play under Klopp. I want to play under Klopp. You know what I mean? We're going to be linked with everyone. There's going to be links coming out your ears, rumours coming out your ears like a Fleetwood Mac album. But yeah, look, let's just take it easy. Get the McAllister deal done. Switch to Thuram. Maybe even get 2 of them done at the same time. Who knows? Jorge is busy. I can't even pronounce his surname, but we got him in from Wolfsburg. He's the new sporting director on a 3-month deal, and he is busy. He's on the phone. He's ready to rock. Let's get these deals done. Klopp wants them in for pre-season. Klopp wants them ready to rock. I'd say that's the remit. I want 3 or 4 players, and I want them in. Done deals in June. That's what we want. Gomez is an option for right back if Trent gets moved into midfield full time. Yeah, I just can't see Gomez. His age, his experience, him being the English contingent as well, an England international. We need English players, you know, that rule. You need the players, certain amount of players. So I think Gomez, out of all the centre halves, would not be sold. You could say the same for Nat Phillips as well. Slablatzi would be another decent option. He plays at Leipzig. I call him the Hungarian De Bruyne. He is, and I did see 1 or 2 tweets about him in the last few weeks. I don't know. Look, I don't know. As I said, there's going to be links. There's going to be this. There's going to be that. Just keep your eyes out for them. But there's 3 or 4 people you've got to get them from. The likes of a Paul Joyce. The likes of a James Pearce. A David Ornstein. A Melissa Reddy. Even a Jan Fjortoft. These type guys. A Dave O'Kopp. All these guys. There's certain people you've got to get them from. And if they're tweeting them or retweeting them, then there's some meat on the bone. Because there's so much crap on Twitter. There's so many, you know, different angles and tweets and links and rumours that it's hard to keep up with it. Just because some, Spanish or French journalist mentions it, I've never heard of, we're interested, or Liverpool are interested in him. Of course they are. And most agents throw it out there anyway to bring the bloody price up. Geez, Liverpool are interested in him. He must be good. You know what I mean? So come on, 2 more likes, guys. We get to 20. Hit that like button. 2 more and it's 20 for Alexis Mac Allister to Liverpool. Let's hit that like button and let's get Mac Allister over the line this week, baby. It could even happen tonight. It could even be done. It could even be done. Time we're live here. Because as I say, when the likes of Paul Joyce tweets something as concrete as Mac Allister hopefully to be done this week to Liverpool, it must be really down the line, you know what I mean? It must be just signing the dotted line and signing the dots and whatever. It must only be left, really. I mean, the whole package of personal agreement between the clubs and the personal terms and all that must be already signed off. It's probably just the medical and stuff like that that needs to be done. I think he's on holidays at the moment. Gakpo playing the false nine with McAllister, leading the ball into him. Gakpo, another great signing. I mean, what a player. Cody Gakpo is going to have a great season. Great numbers already for half a season. This guy is going to explode for us next season. And Darwin Núñez. Watch this space. Darwin Núñez gets a good pre-season under him. He will explode next season. If we get the right build, I think we will be challenging Pull City to the limit again. Yes, last season was a disaster, but we came back the season after and we had a bad season. Absolutely. Getting some more love from Gary Richards in the house. It's a bit early for beer, baby. That's why I'm on the coffee. A bit early for beer. Maybe on holidays you might have a beer by the pool at this time, but no, it's coffee, and I've got to keep an eye on these Paul Joyce tweets all day now, and David Ornstein and Fabrizio Romano and James Pearce and all these guys. I'll have Twitter on 24/7, waiting for that big LFC drop, Waiting for the big drop, baby. Marley in the house. Gary Richards. Absolute legends. As I say, a lot of content to come, guys. A lot of content. A few more lives, interviews, whatever I can. Plenty of shorts in this beautiful weather. Deserve shorts on YouTube and to wear shorts, of course. But there's loads of stuff. And keep your eyes and ears peeled for the next few hours and days. McAllister rejected United for Champions League for us. United fans made welcome videos to... Look... They're saying the same thing about Mason Mount, that Mason Mount rejected Liverpool because of Champions League, that United have Liverpool Europa League. These players have made their mind up ages ago. United are a huge club. They'll give you good wages. They're in the Champions League. Liverpool, huge club. They'll give you good wages and you'll get to work under Jurgen, Norbert, Klopp. What more do you want at the new all-built stadium now with 61,000 screaming out your name and millions of fans worldwide? So, I'm not worried about Mason Mount. He is a good player, don't get me wrong. He really is. But I would rather a McAllister and I would rather a Thuram or a Kone in there ahead of Mason Mount, because you pay that English tax, you pay ridiculous wages, and you pay ridiculous transfer fees once he plays for England. So forget about him. Possibly even forget about Bellingham, unless it's next year. But Bellingham, let's go. Big up, Dave. It's Jersey. Jersey boy in the house. World of Football Jersey boy. What is your thoughts on Paul Joyce's tweet about an hour ago that the Alexis Mac Allister to Liverpool deal is close and could be wrapped up in the next few days, maybe even hours, who knows? And he did mention Thuram as well, so a little bonus thrown in there. But Jersey boy in the house. Can't wait to see Mount flop at United. I don't know. I think he's a good player. I really do think he's a good player. What's the beer garden like in a Talca, Dave? Might go around for a bite, working around the corner, says Marley. It's nice. It's really nice, my friends. My local, of course, down the road in Glasnevin, the Talca House. Lovely little beer garden out the back. Next door is a Botanic Garden, so you can go into the Botanic Gardens if you want. Beer is nice and food is nice. Food is really good down there. I would say that being my local, but it is good. Jeez, I might see you down there sometime, bro. But Talca House, top of the range. Dave, Liverpool must get 12 points from the first 4 games next season. We haven't even seen the bloody, we all wait for that. When is the, another 2 weeks, is it? I think maybe the fixtures are out, something like that. 2 weeks. World of Football Jersey boy, I'm very happy, especially with Fabrizio Romano saying, here we go, for McAllister about 10 minutes ago. As a Frenchman, I want Kone and Thuram, the elite French duo. Frenchman? I thought you were an Englishman living in Jersey. Are you a Frenchman living in Jersey as an Englishman? I don't know. Or do you want to buy the new jersey? What do you think of the new jersey boy? Look, it's great news. We need something. We need a bit of a pick-me-up. And if we get McAllister over the line this week, it gives me a pick-me-up. And we're talking about a Thuram. We're talking about a Kone. We're talking about whatever. It's just great, isn't it? As I said earlier, it's like Christmas morning. It's like Christmas morning. Wondering what's under the Christmas tree. That's what it's like. It's like wondering what is under the Christmas tree. Fabrizio Romano was on the Here We Go. Paul Joyce. I'm sure even James Pearce and Melissa Reddy and David Ornstein. I'm sure they're all on the bandwagon right now on Twitter. Check out my Twitter as well, at Dave's LFC Chats on Twitter and on Instagram. If you have Instagram, at Dave's LFC Chats, because I do bits of stuff on there as well. Don't have huge followings on them, but I do use, especially Twitter a lot. Twitter is a very good place to find out information because it breaks breaking news really, really quick, doesn't it, guys? And I try to get the shorts up as quickly as I can. Home kit, fantastic. Away kit looks ugly. And third kit looks beautiful in terms of jerseys. I don't know whether you've seen that Roblox kit with the green squares and the Roblox type kit. I'm not mad about it. The home kit's grand. It's growing on me, the home kit. I wasn't mad about it when I seen it first, but it's definitely growing on me. If you'd a choice, world of football, which one? Coney or Turam? Turam all day long. All night long, as Lionel Richie, who was in Dublin last night, would say. All night long, Turam. What is he, 6'4" or something? Big lad. I like both of them. Maybe we will get both of them, but if you're asking me, a McAllister Turam, wow, that would be beautiful. It's on Sky now as well, just saying, waiting for a fee to be agreed. It's a shame. There you go, the breaking news. It's all over the place. Even Sky Sports are saying it. Let's go, baby. I might even do another video next door. Well, as soon as it breaks and he does sign, there will be videos, of course. So that's why I want to hit the like, hit the share. Let's go. He's got the football blood. It looks more like Minecraft away kit. The green looks spot on. Yeah, it is like a Minecraft. Maybe they'll be sponsored by Minecraft with that bloody kit. Seamus, there's no fee really to be agreed. It's a fixed clause. That's true. I did hear it was a fixed clause, about 45, 50 million. The wages are whatever, 120, 150. But I mean, you know, just get it over the line. I'm sure it's over the line. It's probably done. And they're just waiting for a time to announce it. It's probably done. It's probably the done deal. Probably everything's done, agreed. Probably the photographs with the jersey and all are done. Do you remember the Luis Diaz deal where they flew to Colombia? He was in training camp with Colombia and they brought the jerseys over, the green screens over. So I think Alexis Mac Allister is either in Argentina or Spain or somewhere on holiday. I seen a picture yesterday of him in shorts with like a sangria or whatever. So you can always, 2 or 3 can always come over, solicitors and whatever, sign the dotted line with the green screen with the jersey. You can do all that. That can be all done in a day, you know what I mean? There's no problems there. Or sitting by the pool like Salah was, you know? And they go over and get the deal done. So there's no problems there, no matter where in the world he is. Rumours about Bellingham having bad knees. Wow. Yeah, I did hear that. Yeah, could have dodged the big bullet there. Look, we all like Bellingham. We all would have loved him at Liverpool. It just doesn't look like it's going to be happening. I'd rather 2 or 3 midfielders than just one, would you? And that looks like what Liverpool have decided to do. Kone and Thuram, let's get it done, says Ravi. That's what I'm reading on Sky. No shortage of Mac songs. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Yes, Return of the Mac. We got to get him in. Return of the Mac will be pounding out over the cap. Do you remember that song, Return of the Mac? What a player. Return of the Mac. If I'm correct, they'd probably do an announcement on Twitter and then the big announcement when the window opens. Yeah, usually Twitter, but they usually do the little shorts on the LFC TV or LFC on YouTube, don't they? The little 20, 15-second shorts. Turns around there with the jersey. Maybe, I don't know. Kenny Tete at Fulham is being mentioned. Everyone's being mentioned. You know, that's a problem. We need 2 more midfielders, a centre-back and a full-back for sure, says World of Football Jersey Boy in the house. Yeah, we do. That would be the dream window, wouldn't it? You know, 3 midfielders, a right-back and a centre-half. There's your 5 players. Maybe even something up front. Maybe. I had Return of the Mac on tape on now. 34. Now 34, says Ravi. Return of the Mac seems to be. I might do a little shorts video of Return of the Mac. That might go viral. Who knows? But Dave, what number do we think Mac gets? I think maybe a 10. Everybody's saying a 10. Maybe it's the perfect 10 for McAllister. Get it over the line. Get it done. Then worry about his number. I know that's part of when you're signing. They ask what numbers are available. And I'm sure he loves 10, of course. A famous number. Argentinian number, of course, because he's an Argentinian World Cup winner. Who wore number 10 for Argentina? One of the most famous footballers of all time. Diego Armando Maradona. Mac 10. Mac 10. I'm trying to think of a song now I have to make up. Return of the Mac seems to be the one. You know, Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Get 10 on his back. Yeah. But Return of the Mac, get number 10 on his back. I want him signed up for Liverpool, and I want him back. Big time. I want him back. I want him back for good. Return of the Mac, want him back. Something like that. Nice little mixture of music. I might clip that one, actually. Yeah, let's get this done. I've get back on Twitter to see what all this craziness is about. But as I say, as soon as it breaks, guys, you'll hear it here live on Dave's LFC Chats, Twitter and Instagram as well at Dave's LFC Chats. So give us a follow on Instagram and Twitter if you like that type of thing. Hit the like, hit the share. Might do something later if news breaks, of course. But I was only coming on for 10 minutes and we're 50 bloody minutes in because this Alexis Mac Allister to Liverpool news is just hotting up. Share the video, like the video, do what you can. Dave, how good is Mac Allister's football brain? Well, if you win a World Cup medal, you have a decent brain. You have a decent football brain. And that's all I will say. Arsenal fan channel in the house. Ray, I presume, is in the house. How are you, Ray? Unlucky with the league. Would have liked us to win. Of course, City pipped them in the end. But they've had a really good season, Arsenal. I mean, if you would have said where they were and where they progressed to the start of last season, you would have thought maybe pushing for top 4 type of thing. But to push City a long way away is a really, really good season. But it looks like we're getting Mac Allister. I think we need Mac Allister. Ray, you're saying nice price, Dave. Yeah, it's a decent, 45, 50 million. We shouldn't be interested in prices, of course, as fans. I mean, let Liverpool's, bank, or let Liverpool's financial experts and people worry about that. But if we can get him for 40, 45, it seems to be a really good snip because he's a quality player. Big up, Dave. Big up, Alexis Mac Allister is very good footballer. Says Arsenal forever. Yeah, he's a good player. Look, it's not done deal, but it looks like it's a 97, 98. I started this video, 51 minutes ago. It was probably at 96%. It's probably at 97.5% now. And it's all but done. I mean, Sky Sports are mentioning it. They're all bloody mentioning it. And as I said earlier, once Paul Joyce tweets something about it, it's basically done, isn't it? We would like a Brighton player. Too many... Yeah, do you know what? I mean, there's so many quality players at Brighton. What a season they've had. Brentford too. Brighton, what a season. They brightened up the league. What a season. I mean, what's his name? That Japanese player. I mean, of course, Casado. I think Arsenal are looking at him. I mean, he's a quality. I wanted him as well, Casado. I really did. They've the Irish guy. Evan Ferguson up front. They've got quality. Marsh. They've got... absolute quality all over the pitch, and fair play to them. Dotting the lines and crossing the T's, says Seamus. Well, hopefully, let's get it done. I'll tell you what, we'll give it the hour. What are we, 52 minutes? Give it the hour. Come at the man. Return of the Mac. The 10 on his back. A return of the Mac. Get number 10 on his back. Let's go. Return of the Mac to Liverpool. Looks on, baby. Jeez, this coffee's lasting a long time, isn't it? A never-ending coffee. Brighton scouting to find gems. Arsenal forever. They like the bag of coal, putting their hands in. Just keep pulling out diamonds, baby. We did it for a few years. It is hard to do. We need to find another bag of coal full of diamonds. Last year, you would say, last 2 or 3 windows seemed to be bags of coal. The odd diamond in there, of course. Cody Hackbo. But we got to start pulling out diamonds. Dave, did you text Brian McFadden when City won? I did. I did, actually. I did. Don't worry. All United fans do get grief. And they deserve it. Dave, whom will be the front 3 or 2 or 3 next season? I mean, look what we have. Okay, Bobby's gone. Bobby No Look's gone. What a legend, of course. But... Darwin's going to explode. Just needs a good pre-season under his belt. Cody Hackbo. I mean, wow. The numbers just speak for themselves. Obviously, players got to stay fit, Mo Salah. There's talk of Mo Salah. Now, I've been saying this for about 2 years. With PSG look like Messi's gone. I know PSG want Mo Salah. We know Madrid want Mo Salah. Benzema has left Madrid. Now, the question is... if an astronomical fee came in, maybe a 150 for Mo Salah, would Liverpool sell? I think they might. That's the danger. I don't want him to go. Of course I don't. I mean, I still think he's a world-class player, one of our few world-class players. I mean, even his numbers this year was 30-odd goals. I mean, where do you get the goals if you sell Mo Salah? Where do you get the goals from? Where do you get them from? That's my problem with selling Mo Salah. Even if you sell him for 150, who the hell comes in for 30 goals a season? It's not guaranteed. You're not guaranteed 30 goals from anybody in the Premier League. It's hard to do. So the question is, I'm sure people are going to be sniffing around Mo Salah, but I hope it's just bloody rumours. But it is a possibility. PSG wanting somebody. I know Kai Havertz has been linked with Madrid and stuff, but what? Madrid are really looking for somebody, and we know PSG now are looking for somebody, and they want an A game. They want an A star, a world icon, and Mo Salah is one of them. But let's hope it's just rumours and goes away quickly, because we all want Salah at the club, don't we? Hakpo, Salah will be starters between Nunez, Jota and Diaz to fight up the left side. I mean, even Jota, when you see him coming back, those goals he got, we miss Jota. Those niggly injuries have killed Jota. But we've seen what he gives you at the end of the season with those goals. That winner against Spurs, remember? 4-3, wow. Would Liverpool go and try sign Harry Kane? Can't see it. I mean, look, he'll score your goals, won't he? He's a 30 goal a season, man. I don't know. Look, you mean if Salah leaves? I mean, we'd want an icon. We'd want someone coming in that's different level, of course. Mbappe. But I mean, there's only a handful of players that could fit the mould. I'd say Harry Kane's one of them, but I can't see it. Look, Salah's still a Liverpool player. I'm just throwing it out there. You know what I mean? I want him to stay. He's an absolute icon. Kane apparently is Madrid's top target. I heard he wants to stay in London to win more trophies. You know what I mean? Maybe go to Arsenal. Yeah, Gakpo, Salah is mouth-watering. Diaz is mouth-watering. The injury he's coming back from. You know what I mean? Darwin Núñez. Start part of the season. Still got decent numbers. And of course, Diogo Jota has Gota. Dalota is still there. Maybe we'll add a little bit more up there as well. Who knows? With Bobby leaving, it's a possibility they might go for somebody, a young player, that Leipzig forward. Who knows? The deals have got to be right for Liverpool. The deal and the money, the whole project has got to be right. And that's exactly what we're hoping to get right this summer in this transfer window. Because as I said earlier, this is a huge window for Liverpool. Absolutely huge window for Liverpool. Or Chelsea. Well, Chelsea seem to be buying bloody everyone, don't they? United were interested in Kane for years. We know about that. There's a possibility there. But the money is ridiculous. I mean, the money is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you'd be, 150 for Kane? Easily. I think Madrid will go for Mbappe again. Possible. But that's what I'm saying. Mbappe would lose. If PSG lose Mbappe plus Messi, they're going to have to fill the void somewhere. That's when they'll come knocking on the door for Mo. You would think. Let's see. Let's hope not. But we got to rebuild, not go backwards. Selling Salah would be a backward step for me. We got to rebuild, keep selling, rebuild with the likes of McAllister, with the likes of the Thuram or whatever. What does Kai Havertz do for real, says Ravi? You can't even answer that one. Absolutely. I don't like the player. I think he's a lazy type player. Listen, he's quality, of course, but I don't get that one. I just don't get that one. The scramble for top four starts again. For all of us, yeah, unfortunately, it looks like City again for the league next year unless something drastic happens. It really does, doesn't it? And I mean, if they win the Champions League and do the quadruple, the treble, with the likes of Haaland there, and they just only have to add one or two. I mean, if they got Bellingham, we're all beeped. But, so I think it's a top four race. I mean, there's 3 places up for grabs next year. You'd have to say Arsenal are in there. Chelsea, who knows what they're going to do. Spurs, who knows under Pochettino what they're going to do. Newcastle with all the money, what they're going to do. United are going to spend again under Ten Hag. Liverpool will not be as bad as they were this season. There's no doubt about it. They'll be up there fighting for that top 4 spot. I mean, Brighton, look at Brighton. I mean, obviously they're losing players, but will they be able to get players in to fill the void for the players that leave? So who knows, but it's going to be an interesting. The top 4 race next year is going to be unbelievable, I think. Like for 3 places, there's going to be 5 or 6 teams fighting for those 3 places. Fighting for those 3. It'll be a bloodbath. Yeah, I agree, Dave. Salah leaving is 30 goals gone straight away, Seamus. That's what I'm saying. How do you replace 30 plus goals? How do you replace an icon? You have to sign an icon. There's not many out there. That's the problem I would have if Salah leaves. You've got to have someone lined up. You've got to have someone big time lined up, That would be a big decision, and let's hope it's not made Not this year, anyway. We need to rotate more next season because if we don't, it will kill us. Well, we need players in. We need quality players in, and we can rotate, bring one or two of the youngsters up. The thing about the Europa League is you can sort of get away with playing a half a team. I won't say maybe a 70% team in the group stages to get you through. I mean, Arsenal will probably tell you that. United will tell you that from last season. So you don't have to, you could rest your 4 or 5 top stars. They don't even have to travel on away games. That's one thing about it. I'd say it's not easy to win it, especially when you go further in it. It's a tough competition to win. We were beaten in the final first season with Klopp. Sevilla, the famous Sevilla, won it again. I mean, it's fucking unbelievable. They are the kings of the Europa League. They're in the Champions League for winning it next season, which is good. But he could drop back to the Europa. Let's hope they don't, because they're the nemesis, aren't they, Sevilla? But congrats to Sevilla for winning it. Both United sides have a lot of work to do. Yeah, you mean Newcastle? And do you mean Man United and Newcastle United? But they've got money as well. I mean, United's a bit of a weird one with the ownership battle going on there, isn't it? They've got to get that sorted or else they might not have a good transfer window. Let's hope they don't. I don't think United are as good as what they think. I really don't. I think 2-1 flattered them against City. I think City by far the better team. 2-1 was close, but it wasn't really close when you were watching the game. I mean, we hammered them 7-0, yes. 7-0 in March. So, they're decent. They've good quality. They need a few players similar to us, but we're not miles off United. We're just not. When our fully fit squad's there, we're not miles off them. Dave, thoughts on Tyler Morton coming back? He had a great season with Blackburn, but got injured right at the end. And he got a bad injury, so let's hope he gets over that bad injury. But he is a quality player. Sevilla will rock United back to Thursdays. United have to sign. They will find it tough with the league and Champions League, so Seamus Moore. They will sign players, won't they? They'll sign players. They have a few quality players. Let's not be, too down on them. I mean, they've a few quality players there. Eamon Ten Hag seems to be a decent manager, but they're certainly not City's level. There's no chance. I'd say we are a similar level, really. We had such a bad season. Okay, there's injuries, there's loads of reasons. United, Newcastle, Arsenal, Liverpool. I don't think there's much between them. And I mean, Arsenal fans are in the house here. I just don't think there's much between. We only lost one game at home. One game against Leeds with that last minute Somerville goal. Our home form was being Champions League level. Our away form was Championship. Our away form caught us. That was the problem. We know 5 feet away. We know midfield. You need a strong midfield. You need a combative midfield. And not a leaky defence when you go away in the Premier League, because it is not easy. But our home form was very good. So if we can turn that away form into away form, we'll be okay, They need a keeper. De Gea is not good enough, says Ray. Maybe they go for Kelleher. Who knows? I doubt it. But, Caoimhe Kelleher looks like he's going to go, Ray. I think he needs to play football to get into the Ireland team. He's got to be playing first team football. It really does. He's a quality keeper. Okay, the poor game in the 4-4 last game, but he hasn't played much, But when he's played for Liverpool, he's, the League Cup final and stuff like that. We all know. He even scored a penalty. He's been brilliant and he deserves football. He deserves to play. I think he deserves a move, If it's right for him, he deserves a move. I would rather concentrate on the league than the Europa. But that's what I'm saying. You can sort of take it easy in the Europa in the group stage levels and play some of the youngsters, get great European experience and play half your sort of team plus youngsters. Sort of a B-level team. You get away with it up into maybe last 32, last 16, and then, you can start playing your better team. So I think Liverpool might do something like that. Similar to a League Cup type way, I'm supporting Boggy. Who's Boggy? The thing is, Dave, this Liverpool team has a top 4 squad. Well, we will if we get McAllister and Thuram and 1 or 2 others. Then you'll say it's a top 4 squad. Was it a top 4 squad last year with everyone fit? Probably. If everyone stayed fit, we probably would have got top 4. But you've got to deal with crisis. You've got to deal with injuries. It's part of it. That's part of it, guys. Problem with Europa League is tough away games on a Thursday night and getting back to the league on a Sunday. That's what I'm saying. That's why you mix it up. You don't let your likes of a Salah, your Van Dijks, your Alissons, your McAllisters. Let's hope it is McAllister. Cody Hakpos. You keep your 4 or 5 spine players for that game on a Sunday. You don't even travel to Kyrgyzstan or wherever you're playing. You don't even get them on the plane. You have a big enough squad that you don't need to do that. I'm surprised that both Merseyside clubs next season, but I'm staying with Liverpool with the success, only doing it because my dad was a Blue years ago. You're supporting both Merseyside teams? What? Andrew Quinn, what are you talking about? It's Liverpool all the way, baby. Liverpool are nothing for me. It's Liverpool, Liverpool, Liverpool. Casado 100 million bid from Chelsea. Jeez, there you go. I mean, you could do a transfer 24-hour marathon with talking about Chelsea and transferring money, couldn't you? I mean, it's just absolutely crazy, crazy stuff. Guys, I'm not going to stay much longer. We're 64 minutes in. Just really wanted to come on and tell you about the breaking tweet from Paul Joyce. Now, everybody is on the bandwagon talking about Alexis Mac Allister, Brighton to Liverpool is on and will happen in the next few days. All going well. Maybe even the next few hours. If it does, you'll hear it here live on Dave's LFC Chats. Hit the like, hit the share. Thanks for popping in. Might do something later. It's a bank holiday in Dublin. Enjoy the sun. Stay safe. You'll never walk alone. Check out Twitter and Instagram at Dave's LFC Chats. Stay safe. Talk soon. Cheers, guys. Return of the Mac. Looks on, guys. Let's go.